Are we live? Are we live, Coach?
Yes, sir. We are live.
We are live. We are live. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this landmark historical 50-second broadcast of here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell by the late start today, it has not been an easy journey, as anything of value, as we know, has a difficult factor associated with it. So we're going to try to patch you guys on live now, so we should be showing up on your link. And we're going to put it in the private elusive exclusive Facebook group just to make sure that you can log on with us. So I'm happy to have you with us, ladies and gentlemen. This is our 50-second broadcast, our landmark broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, where we're going to launch Black Wealth Empowerment Live into a whole nother level, a whole different trajectory. All right, because we have to take it to the next level because the time demands exactly that. All right, so we got a few exciting announcements to make. We got some things in store for all the action takers, because the Courage Coach and I and Sister Brandy, we're willing to take this. We're ready to take this thing to another level because we have so many different new members coming in with a diverse background. And we want to welcome each and every one of you all. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Coming to you live in Houston, Texas. We want to welcome everybody. Everybody here that's here, our new members, we want to welcome you. This is a platform to build wealth. This is a platform to grow your business. This is a platform to grow your knowledge on how to build wealth. We've been sharing a lot of secrets over the last 51 broadcast. This is broadcast number 52. So we want to encourage you to go to our YouTube channel and find us there and check out the previous 51 broadcasts. All right. So as always, I'm not by myself. I got a co-host. I got one that's missing. She's missing in action, but she said she's going to join us, pop in and out. But we have our Courage Coach all the way from Arizona, our Courage Coach, kind of under the weather, but nevertheless, he's here, ready to go, and we're going to make this broadcast work. No other than our Courage Coach, Rodney Assad Muhammad. Courage Coach, are you there? Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3.
Microphone check. Yes, sir, Brother Daryl. I am here. Thank each and every one of you for joining us. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach, and thank you for joining us for another edition, another episode of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. This is the Google Hangout. As Brother Daryl told you all, we got some new and exciting things going to be coming down the pipe really soon, and we're going to share some things with you today. And yes, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but we're still going to make it do what it do and give it everything we've got. And so excuse the cough every now and then, or a little look of, whoo, I'm a little tired, but we're still pushing through. And that's what it's about. It's about serving others, even sometimes when we don't feel our best. Those of you that know the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he's been crisscrossing the country, talking for hours on end, multiple talks per day to business builders, leaders, pastors, police chiefs, city council folk, just everyday right on the street folk and family members, ministers everywhere, and he's doing what he's doing. And sometimes he doesn't feel well. At 82 years old, I think he hasn't earned the right to some days feel a little tired. And so I figured I don't have too many excuses to make to not, at least be with us, even if I am a little worn down and sick. I figured I can still get in here and give it everything I have and leave it all on the table. So thank you all for joining us. And we want you to let somebody know that we're on right now. Let somebody know. Encourage somebody, inspire somebody, let somebody know, hey, you were complaining about your finances the other day. I heard you were talking about you having trouble paying this bill or that bill, you're a little late on this thing or that thing. You need to get on Black Wealth Empowerment, And so those of you who are watching us live right now, those of you in the private elusive exclusive Facebook group that I'm trying to get access to right now, my internet's a little slow. But I want you to let somebody know that's in the group, hey, we're online right now. You're part of this group. We want you to get on and get involved and be a part of this with us. And so, so thank you again, everybody, for joining us. This is broadcast number 52, this is bananas, Brother Daryl, 52. I think we should quit now. It's 52. We should quit now. Just stop. You know, and so thank you all for joining us. Inshallah, God willing, you're in for a treat today. I have no idea what I'm going to share today, Brother Daryl. I'm just going to let the Lord, fill me with something and just come from my heart. Whatever it is, I pray that it's helpful to somebody that hears it, either live or the replay. So, Brother Daryl, I'm going to swing it back over to you. I'm trying to get this Facebook to activate and do its thing. It's kind of loading up, but it's a little slow today. So we can check and see what's going on. Because we got a lot of new people that requested membership, which is really, really awesome. So hopefully our membership coordinator will be able to chime in shortly and join in these festivities with us on this second broadcast. She wants to be a part of this. This is monumentous. Because a lot of shows go out. A lot of shows give up. A lot of shows, stop, doing their thing. And we're still here plugging away because we want to be of value to each and every one of you. Whether we have one person or 100,000 or 1 million people, we want to make sure we give you the value that you deserve. And so, Brother Daryl, I'm going to swing it back over to you. Thank you all for joining us. Brother Daryl, back away, brother.
All right. Thank you very much, Courage Coach. Let me just take this opportunity on behalf of the Courage Coach and Sister Brandy and myself. We want to thank each and every one of you who have ever joined us for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute. It's because that one of you showed up that we continue to have these broadcasts. And now we're at the historical landmark of broadcast number 52. So from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you. Thank you, Sister Jennifer, Brother Darren, Marklin, Brother Marklin. I mean, all of you all, Sister Diane in Chicago, you name it. There's so many that have helped us get to this point. And it's because you have joined us. You've come on and on. We understand how life is, okay? Life sometimes does get in the way of what we really want to do, what our heart desires for us to do. But we have to be responsible and for our lives and do what's necessary at that particular time. But we're grateful because we're like Brother Rodney Assad said, many have started, did 1, did 2, did 10, did 15. But 52 is a landmark number. Why? Because it represents 1 full year. It represents 1 full year of broadcasting, even though it's been longer than that because we skipped a couple of months, but accumulatively, it's 1 full year of broadcast. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's very few things that people do voluntarily 52 times or for 1 year. There's very few things. And some of you all have been with us the majority of the time. Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren, we thank you. You've been with us the majority of the time. You hung through the thick and thin. And I'm here to tell you, there's more to come. There's better to come. And with more and better comes more obstacles. I've been reading this book several times now since I got it last month called the 10X Rule. And the gentleman there, Grant Cardone, was saying that when you multiply your efforts, you create new problems. So he was saying that if you have these same old problems, right? Money problems, but they come in different forms, but the same problem is because our activity level is not where it should be, right? We're not putting forth the necessary effort to create new problems. All right. And I say money problem mean a lack of money. You can have money problem and have too much money. All right. So that's a good thing. So ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank each and every one of you all who have been with us for the duration of these 52 broadcasts. And we're still fine tuning. As you can tell, we're still fine tuning. And we're going to reach out to some of you all that are members to pull you in. So now is the launch, right? Now is the launch. We picked up momentum from 52 broadcasts. Now we can take it to the next level like a plane when it takes off the runway. So myself, the coach, and Sister Brandy, we're going to start reaching out to you guys individually and asking you to step up. We're giving you 52 broadcasts to step up on your own. Some of you have, but some of you have not. All right. And we're going to reach out to those who have talent and just have not stepped up. We're going to have you to step up, and we're going to make an announcement here later on in this broadcast that's going to give you an opportunity to step up. Not next week, but right now. Not next week, but right now. So if you're hearing us, hey, you know what to do. Go to the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook page. That's where you should always be around this time. So in case we run into technical difficulties, you know that's where you go, right? That's where you go to find out what's going on. It's kind of like emergency, right? You tune into your AM station when there's a natural disaster, right? You know what to do. You turn into your AM radio station. Now they have that app now on the phone where you can tune into that app and it'll give you, right, the information you need. You know exactly where to go, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to start practicing these things, all right? These emergency awareness, techniques, if you will. So go to the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook page. Put your name, what city you're from, what church you belong to, what mosque you belong to, whatever you do, your association with fraternity or sorority. Put that in there, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to just do it now. You can do it throughout the week. When you hear this replay broadcast, go there and go in there and start chit-chatting. Go in there and start introducing people, all right? If you're a business person, you need to start using your Facebook page, if you're not, more for business. You mix business and lifestyle together because people want to see lifestyle. And it's your job to make sure you present your business. All right. So so go to the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, put your information out. Brother Rodney Assad is going to put the link there. So if you didn't get the email, you can always come to the private, elusive, exclusive and click there. And we're just happy that we're here. We're happy that you're here. We're happy for this broadcast. All right. Because this is number 52, ladies and gentlemen. The landmark broadcast. And next week is going to be even better, and it's going to get better and better and better because technology is advancing. And I'm going to share some new stuff with you here in a few more minutes. Let me swing it back over to Coach and see if he had a chance to drop that link in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. No, not yet. All right. Well, let me swing it back over to you, Coach, and let's just share some words with them and let them know what to expect with this new relaunch of Black Wealth Empowerment Live, starting on this broadcast number 52. Back to you, Coach.
Yes, sir, Brother Darrell. Again, those of you who are just joining us, welcome to Black Wealth Empowerment Live, Google Hangout. We try to stay on the cutting edge of what's happening, what's going on in the digital world, to be able to reach as many people as we possibly can. And, why do a reboot? Why do a reset? Why introduce new things into the environment? Well, I'll tell you this, family. As you go along your journey in life, sometimes you can reach a point where things get stagnant. It happens in relationships. It happens in terms of male-female relationships. It can happen maybe with your children because you get into a routine and you end up getting kind of stuck in that routine and things start to become commonplace, humdrum, so. And that's actually not the human experience. The human experience is about dynamics. That's one of the reasons why we have seasonal changes, because then we get a chance to change along with the seasons, to do different things at different times. The things we do correspond to the time we are in. So in just regular everyday living, the same things are true. We should be doing different things at different times according to the time that we are actually in. So what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to actually cause that event to happen on your own. We don't have to wait for life to bring us things to cause us to do something different. We can actually bring different into our environment anytime we choose. And so one thing I usually suggest, and I try to do this myself, is a few times a year do a reboot, a reset, a realignment, rethinking some things. Look at where we currently are, the things we like and enjoy, the things we don't like or are dissatisfied by, and then go about some steps to realign those things or reset them or just completely eradicate them and change it into something else. It's a good practice, actually. And so the reason why in Black Wealth Empowerment we'll do different things, may introduce something new to the environment, because one, it keeps the mind going and growing, but also too, we don't want to get into a place where it becomes stagnant. So you can do the same thing repeatedly and expect a different outcome. And most of you heard that. Is that the definition of insanity? And so that's one of the powerful reasons why we've chosen as just a way of being, a standard operating procedure, is to introduce new things, new ideas, and also, here's the most powerful piece to this. I don't know if I should say this to you. Man, I shouldn't say this, but Brother Drew, I'm gonna get this up. I'm gonna get his tip up. You should think about this. We walk our talk. See, it's one thing for us to just get on here and mouth off to you all some things and, oh, look, we're so smart and we know all this stuff and here's what you need to do. But it's another thing to show you the practical application of these strategies right here live. And so you want to see that we're actually doing this too. We're out there seeking new information, new ideas. We're looking for new vehicles, new methodologies in order to enhance the product we're trying to provide, which is information. Yes, we're trying to help you all to build lifestyle on multiple levels, but we want to make sure that in doing so, that we always stay fresh, stay current, stay relevant, and make sure we stay in accord with the time. Yes, it is the time and what must be done. And if you're still talking about MySpace in 2015, I'm sorry, but you're a little late. And there are some other ones that have come and gone, but today it's a different world. So Brother Daryl always on the hunt, myself always on the hunt to find new ideas, new ways of presenting information to you and reaching more and more people. That's what it's about. We want to reach as many people as possible to share with them this information that we've gleaned. Because I tell you this, everybody, make this last point. Never underestimate the value of one person's tip, one person's life experience, one person's little anecdote or way of getting out of a situation that could just totally transform and impact your life. I'm telling you, it matters. So never think you're so small, so insignificant that you can't share something, maybe your story, your life journey with somebody else and it not impact them. And likewise, be ready to listen to any and everybody that's out there trying to share a word, a good, solid word, because you never know. It might ultimately transform your life. So, Brother Daryl, this Facebook is not Facebooking. It's not Facebooking. I think today's a digital goof around day. I don't know what's going on digitally right now, but this is the first time I've had this kind of behavior happen. And so, we're going to keep moving regardless of what's happening. But I just want to let you know, I'm still waiting for my Facebook to load up, and it will not do so. It's just sitting here circling around. So I'm going to swing it back over to you, Brother Daryl. We'll just keep it organic and keep it freestyle. That's what we do. I love hip hop freestyle.
Absolutely, absolutely. One thing about this new technological world we live in, as far as videos is concerned, is that you watch it live and you also watch the replay. And many times you have a totally separate group. You have some people that like to watch it live, and you have some people that they're the replay people. They're the replay group. So keep this in mind, business people. You're always talking to two people, two groups of your target market. All right. You're always talking to two groups when you're dealing with technology and being able to record your time, right? Your presentation, your sales pitch. You're always talking to two people in your target market, the people that can watch it live and right now, that can come to live events like this one, and those that cannot, for whatever reason, they cannot, but they choose to watch it on the replay. Okay. You have some people, that's all they do is watch reruns, Coach. They like reruns. They just go to that channel on cable that just play I Love Lucy and just watch reruns. That's all they do. For whatever reason, that works for them. All right. So business people, definitely get on YouTube. Business people, get on the new platform that I was just introduced to last week that I'm going to share with you here in a minute. And remember, you're talking to two groups. So don't be disappointed. Don't let your heart be troubled if one or two people show up on your live broadcast. All right. Don't be troubled. Just make sure it's somewhere where you can repost a replay, and then that they can come to later. All right. And watch it later, because it's all about convenience. We live in a convenient world, and it's all about convenience. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for 10-10-15, a very historical time in this country, and particularly with Black people. is justice or else. We want to encourage all of you who know that there's got to be, it has to be more fair in this society that we live in. All right. You know that it has to be more fair. Go ahead and play your part, play your role, be a part of history, and participate in 10-10-15, the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March. This year's theme is justice or else. And this broadcast that we having here today, and we've been having for the last several weeks, we themed it financial or economic justice or else. We're going to talk about that here in a minute, but we want to definitely put a plug in for 10-10-15 and encourage everybody watching live and this broadcast, okay, to participate, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and get involved. You know, and to be honest with you, Coach, it's really unfair for those of us who take advantage of those that made the sacrifice and who struggled to give us the opportunity we have today as Black people. Take advantage of that. But then it's time for our turn to give, to sacrifice, so we can lay down, you know, the work for our children's children. And we refuse to do it. We refuse to give a donation. We refuse to actively participate. All right. The 10-10-15, ladies and gentlemen, it is just as vitally important that you participate as they did in the 60s with Dr. King. Just as important, just as serious, even more serious, because the stakes are much higher. All right. So it's no less important that you participate in 10-10-15 right now than what our forefathers and our foreparents did back in the 60s. A lot of us wouldn't have government jobs if it wasn't for what they did in the 60s. Everybody, Dr. King, the Black Panthers, Malcolm, the Nation of Islam, SNCC, you name them. It all created an environment. See, those were all active organizations. All right. And you just find your place, find your niche. But to sit on the sidelines today is not an option. All right. Sitting on the sidelines today is not an option. Because remember, you know, the law of reciprocity. You get back what you give. All right. You get back what you give. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Daryl Muhammad coming to you live from Houston, Texas on broadcast number 52, The Landmark. We've been wanting to and been striving and pushing through, even to right now, the technical difficulties in life and in this live broadcast to bring you 52. You know, we were trying to work through the technicals right on up to the very last minute. And I asked Courage Coach, I said, Courage Coach, what should we do? Right? What should we do? Because he's saying Google is having some issues. And I said, what should we do? And he said, let's move forward. All right. He did whatever he did on his end to get it up and running again. And we're moving forward. See, ladies and gentlemen, what you have to understand, you know, there's an old saying, and Coach can expound on this in the self-improvement arena, in the self-improvement world. It goes like this. The more the teacher teaches, the more the teacher learns. So this does more for us working through these technical difficulties than it does for you just waiting, standing by, hopefully not getting impatient, but might be getting impatient. Just think we're getting impatient and we having to work through the difficulties. All right. So this is for us as well as for anybody else on this broadcast. And we understand that. The coach understands that. Sister Brandy understands that. And I understand that. That's why we push through. That's why we continue not being concerned about how many people are watching right now. Okay, just think about movie makers. Just think about actors when they're acting on a set, which is a fake set. This is not a fake set behind me. This is really my house. This is really my wall. They have to be in a fake environment, a fake set, right? With all these people standing around, and they know that movie is not going to be seen for months. For months. They know that all their time and energy and acting, they say majority of it leaves on the, most of it is left on the floor in the editing room, meaning they cut the film up and they don't even use a lot of the actors' footage. See, so they still put forth all that energy, making it as authentic as possible, knowing that at least half or more of their scenes will be cut and go on the floor and then get picked up and thrown away. Just imagine how they feel. All right. So you take that, ladies and gentlemen, and you operate your business like that. You operate your finances like that. No, you may not see the results of these principles that we share with you right now. No, you might not see them for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Just think about Denzel Washington. Just think about whoever your favorite actor or actress is. Just think about them. They go into a fake environment, right, with a lot of people, with microphones and cameras and lights all over the place. And they got to be so convincing to you and me to think that they're really in that room and it's not a prop. And they do a very, very, very good job at them. That's why they get paid so much money. And that's why Denzel is one of the greatest actors around, because he has to become that part. And he has to go through all the things, all the reality that exists around him, even though he's trying to make something that's not real to you and I. So you stay encouraged and understand that it's a process. It's about an end result. It's about building something long enough to be seen, right? A child is not seen for 9 months, but it's building and growing just so we all can be happy, especially the mother, when the child is born, right? So ladies and gentlemen, stay encouraged, brothers and sisters, stay encouraged and know that we are here, even knowing we're having technical difficulty, because this is being recorded and you'll be able to go back and see it on a replay, but it's your first time. All right. So you stay encouraged. We got some announcement to share with you, but we're gonna share with you the new and improved BWE Live. So go to Private Elusive Exclusive, put your information in. Put all your information, what church you belong to. We got any folks that go to the Potter House? We got any folks that go to Joel Osteen? Where you at? Where our church family at? We need to feel some love for our church family. Because you know what? One thing about the Nation of Islam, if you got something that's popping, that's live, coach, that's off the chain, that we're about, oh, we gonna show up. We gonna show up. We show up. If it's an open door, we gonna show up. All right? Because we understand that we're one big family. We understand that we're one people, right? We understand that the God is one, right? The religion is one, if we understand it. So we don't have no confusion on this side. So let us know what church belong to. Fraternities, sororities, whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? Put it up. You know, Jay-Z do this, but you know, we know who the real diamonds are, right, Deltas? We know what's really going on, right? So come on, we need to hear from you. We need for you to participate. We're going to reach out to you and get some of our alphas and our omegas. And come on, because y'all out there doing some things. Don't hide it from us. We're not hiding it from you. You see, we put it out for the whole world to see. We put it out on YouTube. All right? We put it out on YouTube. So let's go ahead and do this thing. We got to, you know, our generation, we have to leave our mark on history, not personally. It's only so big of a mark that you can leave personally, but collectively, we can leave a great mark. All right. And that's it's economics time, brothers and sisters. All right. Yes, it's justice or else, but look at what the minister is saying. He's asking us to boycott Christmas starting the day after Easter. Don't spend no more money outside of your necessities of food and gas and shelter. But Christmas shopping? No. Economics. Economic justice or else. We're going to go into that here in a little bit. Let me swing it back over to Courage Coach, see what's happening on his end, see if he's able to get on Facebook, see what's going on, and I'm going to check on my end as well, see what's going on. Go ahead, Coach, take it away.
Ooh, excuse my coughing there. Yeah, my Facebook is not happening. I'm gonna relegate it to the wax status. I'm going to wax status. Yeah, it's not loading up at all. So I'm just gonna cancel that out and just act like that ain't even real. But Brother Gerald, there's great, powerful information. One small correction: Thanksgiving, not Easter. Thanksgiving. We're gonna do Easter too.
Did I say Easter?
You said Easter, yes, sir. We're gonna do Easter too. We're gonna get Easter in too. But we definitely go starting with what they call Thanksgiving Day. We're going to start from the day or day before, if you will, all the way through to the beginning of what they call the new year. And right now, brothers and sisters, we don't have to wait. You don't have to, hold up until the end. Right now, intentionally start to engage businesses that support the community. And if you're unsure whether that business supports the community, go and ask for the manager. Go in and talk to the manager and say, "Oh, Mr. Manager, Mrs. Manager, I want to know, how do you serve and help the community that you're in? What have you done recently in this community? I know sometimes you'll do a sponsorship for maybe some Pee Wee leagues, some Pop Warner teams and things like that. But, and that's a good thing. We want to encourage that. And if they are doing it, we want to encourage them to do even more. But also find out how they're doing other things in the community. What organizations are they supporting beyond the sports? Because a lot of times they want to, these people want to relegate us to sports and entertainment as if that's what we're good for. Yeah, we want to give the young people something to do. But if that's something to do, does it enhance their life in terms of business, home ownership, cleaning up the neighborhoods we live in, buying up the neighborhoods we live in, growing our own foods and things like that, job skills or I'll just say skills training in general, not just job skills, but skills training in general, then it's good for nothing. I mean, it's great to pop on our team. It's good to get the extracurricular activity in, but it's extracurricular, right? And so we don't want to stop there, and we don't want our young people to think that is it. All right. So go to these businesses and find out who's supporting community, who's not. And then I tell you, put together a list. You don't have to wait. We don't have to wait till Thanksgiving. I'm intentionally not engaging some merchants. Ever since they murdered our brother John Crawford in Walmart, I think I had to go on a Walmart one time because it was a product that was the only place I could ever get it from without having to wait like a whole long time to get it. And I did it where I went to go pick it up. I didn't even go in there. I said, okay, I'll do it online, go pick it up. And I felt bad the whole time I walked through that store. Yeah. Because I made a pledge to myself after they murdered our brother that I was not giving Walmart no more of my money. That's it. Now I'll go to somebody else and we need to talk to them too. We need to have some conversations. So, brothers and sisters, so that was powerful, Brother Darrell, to bring that up. And so just think about this, brothers and sisters. Justice else is so multifaceted, and it's justice, period. This is not something that's just about the murders of our people and things like that. It's justice across the board. Are we being just to ourselves? We went through that for a previous broadcast. Am I being just to myself economically? I had to put some, well, I didn't have to, but I thought it was a good idea to start to break down some things that I'm doing in my personal life in terms of my economics. Start to bring out some old programs that I had created for the marketplace that I just didn't launch, make available to anybody because I was just holding it back for whatever reason I was holding it back, and decided to start making anything available. Why? Because I tell you, I was being financially unjust to myself, my family, my responsibilities, my nation, our people. If I'm not willing to step out there and really grow myself, then what I'm really saying is not only do I not love me, but I don't even love the people that I could help from being better at what I do. And so if you don't, some of us are not in it for the selfish reasons, family. If you're in it for a selfish reason, that has its place. But, get outside of yourself and say, hey, let me do it because I can help somebody else. You say, I don't need money. That's fine. You don't have to need money. But what you want to do is at least think of somebody else that could benefit from you being awesome, you being great. And I think I mentioned this before, Brother Darrell, like our brother Sean Carter said, how can I help the poor from one of them? So I got rich and gave back to me. That's the win-win. And he started buying businesses and building industries and owning brand names and things like that, partnerships with people. And one thing I found just recently, our brother Damon Johns, who's on the Shark Tank, that brother owns so many licenses to so many products and so many things. It is bananas. You think after FUBU he was done and all that, you thought, no. He owns that and then some. He said FUBU does more sales now than it did back when it was hot here in America. Because it's large in other parts of the world. He said, and that's one thing most people are not seeing or dealing with, especially some of us. We're not dealing with the global market. We're not looking at, Pele might be dead here, But if you were smart enough to say, let me buy the licensing for it, and then somewhere else in the world, they like billions of dollars worth of it being bought. Just because you bought the licensing to something that somebody in America said is done, nobody wants it. You go, I'll take it. Just like a book that's gone out. It's nobody wants it. Nobody's looking at it anymore. But it was hot when it was hot. If you can get the licensing to that, oh my goodness. So last point. One thing my brother and friend Jerry Clark said, he said, own nothing and control everything. He said, own nothing and control everything. That's a good business model. You know, start to make sure you control everything. You don't have to own it because your company owns it. Personally, you don't own anything. The company owns it all, but you control everything because you're the CEO of it all. And so, Brother Daryl, thank you for sharing those things and to let people know that financial justice starts with ourselves. And that's what it's about. And so, Brother Daryl, were you able to get over to the Facebook group at all or get in there and see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I looked over there and we got some activity. They had some of us who posted early.
Oh, okay.
Just recognize them real quick. Who do we have? We have Cortez Springer. That brother's a financial health mentor. I know he posted in the group. He had some free information he was sharing. He says here, AKA financial health mentor to the working class, bringing practical, proven wealth building strategies to hard-working Americans. Learn more. Go to financialhealthmentor.com. All right. Thank you very much, brother. We're going to have you on here very soon. So be looking to hear from myself or Sister Brandy as we continue to highlight and interview some of our stellar members who have something of value to help out. All right. We had Sister Tamara that's been trying to get on. So she's present and accounted for. Sister Denise present and accounted for. Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren from Phoenix, Arizona. They're present and accounted for because they were trying to get on, but they're going to have to just wait for the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the things we do here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, we're part of a giver's economy. What is that? That's where we give and give, not until it hurts. We give until it helps our business out. We're part of a larger global community, all right? A giver's economy. And that basically goes like that. The one who outgives others in his or her space, in their industry, out-earns others in their industry, all right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's a mantra. That's a phrase. That's a concept, okay? But you have to add meat to that. You have to understand how that does turn into revenue, okay? All right? So you just can't take $101 bills out of your pocket, throw it out the window, talking about how this is a giver's economy. I'm going to get back more, all right? That's not what we're talking about. And we're going to cover more in detail the actual, not just strategy, but the actual revenue model that you use with the giver's economy, okay? So one of the things we do, we like to highlight some of our members who participate in the giver's economy. And today's broadcast has been sponsored by Sister Denise Muhammad. Sister Denise Muhammad with Soul Purpose. She was kind enough to share with us this product that she has here called Nurture Clarifying. All right, it has vitamin C facial wash. So this broadcast is sponsored by one of our own members, Sister Denise, and you can reach her at denise.soulpurpose.net. denise.soulpurpose.net. All right. So she's one of our sponsors. You want to be a sponsor, reach out to myself, inbox me, or reach out to the Courage Coach. We'll tell you how you can be one of our sponsors and get a plug-in. All right. You can get a plug-in because remember, this stays out in cyberspace for a very, very, very long time. So people are going to watch this. They're going to hear Sister Denise's website, denise.soulpurpose.net, for all your natural products. All right. Your natural products. And as she said in one of her Facebook posts, that your skin is the biggest organ in your body. And we should take better care of our skin on what we put on it, because what we put on it is what we put in it, because it's a living cell. It breathes, it absorbs, right? So when you put bad stuff on it, you're not putting it on your skin, you're putting it in your skin and putting it in your body. So check out Sister Denise at denise.soulpurpose.net to get all your natural products, brothers and sisters. Start small. You know what? Start small. Say, you know what? I'm going to donate. I'm going to commit to $20 a month in natural body products. All right. The most common is washing your body wash, and then facial wash, and then lotions. All right. Lotions, if you do lotions. Okay. That's how you should look at feeding your skin with the food that it needs to look healthy and be healthy. You know, a lot of times we can improve our appeal, our natural appeal, not makeup, our natural appeal by feeding our skin with the vitamin that it needs. And this has vitamin C in it. So vitamin C and vitamin D is very good for your skin. All right. And we're going to bring Sister Denise back on. She was on previously, and we're going to bring her back on so she can get her 15 minutes of fame. So that's what that is. Brothers and sisters, we want to thank you. This is Brother Daryl coming to you live from Houston, Texas. You can reach me, inbox me on Facebook, or you can reach out to me on Twitter at Daryl Muhammad, at Daryl Muhammad. You know, brothers and sisters, we've been talking about, and we're going to continue to talk about economics, justice, or else until 10-10-15. You know, I'm very passionate about that topic. I'm very passionate about economics. I'm very passionate about financial empowerment. I'm very passionate about, you know, investments and real estate and entrepreneurship. Why? Because I know that that's something that I wasn't taught. I know that's something that most of us aren't taught, but we all experience. All right. I see those that have in abundance. They have in abundance not because they're smarter, not because they have a good job. It's because they're entrepreneurs, because they're salespeople, because they know the laws and the principles of money, and they use them and implement them every day in their life. They make it a way of life until over a period of time, they can see the fruits, all right? The fruits of their labor. So economic justice, brothers and sisters, you know, many times you don't have to know what was done to you to know that something has been done to you. All right. A couple of broadcasts ago, we covered a quick history on how the government of America, all the way down to the state level and down to the city level, right? How financial institutionalized racism was done to us to keep us out of the expansion of America, the growth of America. Laws were put in place. Laws were put in place, brothers and sisters. And then when they saw us prosper without their help, as we did in Tulsa, Oklahoma, they bombed our cities. They bombed us. They came in and took the you know, our furniture and our wealth from us physically. The white mobs that lived in Tulsa came to our town in Tulsa and robbed us and shot us and killed us, and only a handful of us got away. Go check out Black Wall Street. If you don't know what it was done to us, get the book, How Did White Folks Get So Rich? Google it. Go to store.finalcall.com. Get that book. It's a little small book, and you can read and see what happened to us. As we don't even have a desire to go into business. It's just too risky. And we're just so satisfied with a storefront, and we're just so satisfied with an office and no employees other than ourselves. That's not going to correct or reverse what was done to us. We're talking about economic justice or else, brothers and sisters. And a lot of that has to do and has to start with us. 400 years we haven't gotten it from our open enemy, from the government of the United States. It'd be stupid for us to think that we're going to get it now? When are we going to take responsibility for our own financial future? All right. I heard Grant Cardone say the other day on a video I was watching, he said, freedom is not free. He said, because you have the right to do something, don't make you free. Because you have the right to do something, don't make you free. You might as well not be free if we have the opportunity to build wealth for ourselves and our family and buy some of our time back that we give away so cheaply to jobs, and we don't choose it. Then what good is the freedom? What good is the choice? So just know that economic justice, or else, it starts with us. See, it starts with us. First, we have to take control of our finances. We have to give ourselves economic justice. All right. As we have heard before, when you look at the spending power Black people have in America, it's well over $1.3 trillion more. We're the 9th largest nation based on our spending power in the world. In the world. Is because we're not taking financial responsibility, not just for ourselves, because the Bible says a wise and a righteous man builds he leaves an inheritance for his children and grandchildren, I think it says. Not even your children. They just skip over them and say your grandchildren. How many of us who are good Christians following that? How many of us who are good Muslims are striving for that? That's something that we write down as our goals. We put it in our mind. We burn it in our subconscious brains. I have to leave inheritance for my grandchildren. Our forefathers used to do that, brother Rodney Assad, coach. Our forefathers used to do that. They didn't leave us a car. They want to leave us a plot of land. They'll leave us a house. They'll leave us a little juke joint business. How do I know that happened in my family? My grandfather, who I met one time as a child, and he died shortly after. He had a little juke joint that was right next to the house. You walk out the front door, you take 4 steps, and you go in the back door of the juke joint. Had that juke joint, him and my grandmother, my mother's mother, and he passed away, but they still had that juke joint. So he didn't pass on a juke joint. You know what he passed on? He passed on a business. A business. My grandmother continued to work there. She hired people in the neighborhood to work in her absence. Sold cookies and, had a little juke joint jukebox in there. All right. With the shave wood on the floor. Sawdust. I'm talking about this is a juke joint for real. All right. But that left an impression in my brain. I come from California, go and visit my grandmother, right? And that's Mama Evelyn grandson from California. I walked in that place, Brother Rodney, it's like I owned it because my grandmother owned it. Went in the back and just reach in there and grab some cookies. I didn't have to pay for nothing. Grandma, can I get a soda? Just go and just open up the cooler that's behind the counter. Just reach in there and give me a soda. I didn't go through the front door. I went through the back door. The back door was my front door. You understand, brother and sister? This is what we have to do. We have to understand, and we're going to help you make the paradigm shift mentally when it comes to money. See, we still on the front end of this thing called money, coach. We still on the front end. How much money you make? Ooh, 50,000. Ooh, that's nice. But ooh, what kind of car are you driving? Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. That's the front end of money. You want to get on the back end of money. You want to get on the back end of money, brothers and sisters. Economic justice or else. If we don't take responsibility for our own economics, right, then there's no one to blame but us. If we starve, it's not America's fault. It's not the government's fault. They're responsible. But how long do we have to wait and just realize that, you know what? That train ain't coming. That bus not coming. I think if I want to get down the street, I need to find my own way of getting down the street. I need to walk. I need to hitchhike. All these buses pass by. BWE is a bus, right? And what's on the bus? Knowledge. What's on the bus? Other members that think like you. Are you going to get on the bus? And when you get on the bus, what are you going to do? Are you going to talk to those that's sitting in the seat with you and connect with them and say, what are you doing? See, these are the kind of conversation that other people have that don't worship money, but understand the importance of money, and they want to maximize its use. See, we got to get out of this poverty mentality. It's about understanding the use for money and maximizing its use. Maximizing it. Those of you who ride motorcycles, you got those what they call them? Those Suzuki speed bikes. You want to press it. You don't want to ride. You didn't get no Suzuki crotch rocket to be cruising like you got a Harley Davidson. You may not do wheelies and stand on the seat, but you definitely gonna get down low and you gonna open up. Well, look at money that way. Look at money that way. Open it up. Open it up. Thank you. Look like brother got the link there, brother and sisters. Thank you so very much. Open it up. Open up your money. Maximize it. See how much you can get out the dollar. Dollar can go a long ways, brother and sister, if you know what to do with it. $10 to get you a domain name, a .com name that can open up the whole world to you. Can open up the whole world to you. We're talking about economic justice or else. If we don't take responsibility for our economics, what's going to happen to us? Not the enemy, us. What's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to our children? What future do we have if we don't take responsibility for our own economics? Don't ask for more, Daryl, if you're not maximizing what you have. Right? That's in the scripture. That's in there. That's in the Holy Quran. It's in there. Those are the principles we have to follow. All right? Because God is reigning supreme today, and he's taking over. So if we're going to be a part of it, then we need to follow his way, his approach to money. Go read about Solomon, the richest man known to have lived. He was way much more wealthier than Warren Buffett. Hell, Warren Buffett needs to study Solomon. Bill Gates. All right, he did his. See, back in the day, he was wealthy with land and cattle. Right, he wasn't wealthy because there was a stock market for you to buy some stocks and a share that don't exist, that you ain't got no copy of the share nowhere, and it's a derivative of 5 other investment products, right? It's not anything that you can even trade and eat. You can eat them cows. He had sheep and cattle. Yeah, he just needed a sharp object, and he was never going to starve. Matter of fact, he had enough to start selling his sheep and open up a grocery store. That's why I'm big on real estate, brothers. This is big on real estate. I'm about to release my real estate course here. You'll know about it. I'm going to give you first dibs. But here, on that point, Periscope. All right? I'm going to pre-release my real estate course. Right? I'm going to pre-release my real estate course on Periscope. It's an app for your Android and your Apple phone. Download it. Search for me, Daryl Muhammad, Save Me, because I'm going to start here in the next day or two of 13 straight days of nothing but training. 13 straight days of training from my up-and-coming course. So that's a shameless plug. That's a shameless plug. But brothers and sisters, go ahead and get on Periscope. And you get on. Sister Denise got on Periscope. Congratulations, Sister Denise. You know, she's on Periscope now. See, it's like Farrakhan said, brothers and sisters, if you're scared, stay home. That means just stay where you're at, in the condition you in, under the same situation you're under. If you're scared to get on Periscope, if you're scared to get on YouTube, if you're just scared, how you going to make money being scared of everything? Scared to get a blog, scared just scared. Scared money don't make money, coach. Scared money. See, coach not scared. Coach not scared. He more scared of not having money than having money. See, rich people are paranoid. They're afraid of being broke. That's why they just make more money, because they're afraid of being broke. I heard, was it Donald Trump or somebody say, it might have been Damon John, brother. He said, I believe somebody said he's afraid of being broke. See, we're not afraid of being broke. So we just be broke, but we're not afraid of being broke. We're afraid of being rich. We're afraid of having a lot of money. You ain't gonna know who your friends are. You ain't gonna know who to trust. You don't know who to trust now. And you broke. So, you know, Grant Cardone said what? Should have some new problems. Have some new problems. So we're talking about economic justice or else, brothers and sisters. You cannot ask someone to do for you that you're not willing to do for yourself. See, that's what we got to understand as Black people. You know, we asking our enemy, the government, to be unnatural just because we unnatural, coach. Many times we want somebody to love us and we don't love ourselves. That's very unnatural. He don't love me. Well, you don't love yourself. It's unfair for me to ask somebody to love me more than I love myself. Right? I don't love myself enough to be concerned about what I eat, how I look, how much I weigh, but I want to force the courage coach to love me and I'm obese. Love me, but I don't love myself to make sure my shirt is clean and, you know, I'm looking presentable. I'm looking like I love myself. But I'm going to force and impose on him that he got to love me like this. No, I got to love me like this. And then that love will have me tighten up my program. See, our forefathers used to have it right. They say, don't be like mom said, if you have one suit, keep it clean. That's how them old folks were. Why you always think they always had clothes hanging on the line? Because they didn't have a whole lot of clothes. But they kept them clean and kept them hanging on the line, drying out. You swear grandma washed every day. She didn't wash every day. But as Medea said, she washed every other day. You know what I mean? Because they didn't have a lot of clothes. They didn't have a lot of clothes. Right? We're talking about economic justice or else. When the enemy sees that we are treating ourselves rightly, we're treating ourselves, we're giving ourselves economic justice, we're giving ourselves social justice, then he'll know, uh-oh, I'm really in trouble now. What did Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say today? We were going to postpone this until the minister was finished if he ran over 6 o'clock. But what did he say today? He said that I asked for 10,000 fearless men not to kill white folks. He said, I'm going to tell you why today, why I asked for 10,000 fearless men. He said, so we can go back into the community, he said, and stand between the guns and the killing of our people. Once we do that, then America will know. Then America will know that it ain't rhetoric. It's as serious as it can get. Because now they starting to love themselves. They starting to stop killing themselves. Oh, wow. Oh, man. They finally woke up. So same thing like Brother Rodney says, it's all encompassing. Justice or else is all encompassing. Right? It's all inclusive. It includes economic. It includes educational injustice. Because we suffered all. Anything that exists in society, we've been treated unfairly. Everything. Arts and culture, you name it. Education, you name it. Sports, you name it. You just name it. You just name it. That's what we've experienced, brothers and sisters. But it's for us to give ourselves justice first. Be justice. What did Minister say? Justice means fair dealing. We haven't been fair dealing to ourselves. We use our dollar to buy stuff that's to our own detriment. Buy it for alcohol, our own detriment. Cigarettes, our own detriment. See, so if we really want to get down to economic justice, we'll cut all that out. He'll say, wow, they ain't buying no more alcohol. They ain't buying no more cigarettes. They ain't cut back on their movies. You know, who you think grossed? Who you think Coach made Straight Outta Compton, the #1 movie in 2 and 3 and 4 weeks in a row? White people? But we broke though. Right? We broke. Self-improvement, we don't have any money for that. Straight Outta Compton, we got money for that. And what's that other one just came out, the movie, that good Christian movie I heard? What's the name of it? I heard it was good anyway. It was real good, but we got money for that, which is good. That's good. I'm just saying we have money. I'm not judging what the movie we're talking about. I'm saying we have it. Netflix depend on black people to go to that little red box, or download it on our computer. They dependent on us. They really are. Christmas, they dependent on us, brothers and sisters. So economic justice, or else. We got to get it together right now, starting broadcast 52. We all got to take it 10x it, 10x, whatever it is that you say you want to do economically to give yourself justice. 10x it, 10x it. All right, brothers and sisters. So that's my message, coach. And as our friend says, your friend, our brother, Les Brown says, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, brothers and sisters, economic justice, or else 10-10-15 on the Mall of Washington, D.C. I got my ticket. Do you have yours? All right, back to you, Coach. Thank you for posting that in the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. Back to you, sir.
Yes, sir. I had to carry the one, cross the T, put a dot over the I, and use a whole different device to make it happen. But, you know, here's a principle and a strategy. You know, when I first decided to join back onto my own and become a registered member of the Nation of Islam, and I heard something, and when I was going through processing, I was able to, by Allah's permission, to be my processing instructor was brother named Brother Nuri, and I would say the OG original Brother Nuri out of Los Angeles. And one of the things I learned as a young Muslim student.
Right behind you guys.
Sister Brandy, mute yourself, please. Brandy, mute yourself, please. Okay, I'm gonna mute her myself. Okay. Okay, there we go. And so,
have a grand.
Sister Brandy, mute yourself, please. Okay, hold on. Let me mute her. I'll mute her again. Okay, so, Lord, just help us, Lord. Anyway,
you got to mute her twice. One mute not good enough.
Man, oh man. And so anyway, brother had said that, you know, when Allah self-created, this is our teachings, that when Allah, the original creator of all things, when he self-created, he broke the impossible. This is the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, given to him from Master Farad Muhammad, that he broke the impossible. So when I heard that, I actually understood that at a very deep level for myself, and I said, wait a minute, so that means nothing is impossible. You just might not know how to do it at that moment, but there is nothing that is impossible. He said when he self-created, that means he broke the impossible. To do that is that is what would be considered an impossible task. Did it take a long time? So we're taught, yes. We don't know how long. But once it was done, it's done. And now everything else is possible, because now just the brains have been created by which he can think himself out of any condition, any situation, any circumstance, and see himself through any problem. And so I said that to say this. You know, I thought to myself as I was sitting here, I was like, okay, we got to post that link. And how can I do that? I said, well, let me just go ahead and use the very phone that I'm using to, you know, to Wi-Fi through. I'll just use that since it won't work on the computer. Let me go in here and do that. And then what I did is I said, let me pull the link and I'll just type it in. I'll just be very, very meticulous in how I type it in to make sure I get every letter, everything right. So that way we can post it in the group. And then ta-da, there we go. Now, why say all that? Because, you know, in our nation, we have a statement of saying, if you will, say a fruit is the best. He is constantly training and conditioning himself to meet and overcome all obstacles in his path. And there's a few more pieces to it. But meet and overcome the obstacles in your path. You have to just see them as simply obstacles and nothing more. And one of the phrases I like to say, there's always a way. There's always a way. I used to, when I was growing up, I used to be a girl, and this is, some people find this funny. I think I can float. I think it is possible to actually levitate. I do believe it's possible to levitate. Now, Have I been able to do it? No. But even as a child, before I knew anything about the Nation of Islam, I knew that it was possible. Just that you just have to know how. There's a displacement of molecules and atoms that have to take place. There's a scientific methodology you have to employ because other things can float. Helium is a lighter gas. It causes things to float. If you put it inside, something inside, and the densities and what's on the outside is not heavier than what's on the inside. All these, there's a mathematical equation that goes into the balloon floating, right? And so what keeps an airplane off the ground? You know, when naturally, yes, it should just drop to the earth, but there's some laws that are in effect that makes it so. So, that being said, what about in our personal lives? Do you think it's impossible for you to start your own business? Do you think that it's impossible for you to get out of the economic situation you may be in? Do you think it's impossible to move to a different city or state? Do you think it's impossible to buy farmland? Do you think it's impossible to get that idea you had off the ground and get it out to market? Do you actually, in your mind, think that it's impossible for you to have a great life, a great wife, a great husband, great children, an awesome day-to-day reality? Do you think it's impossible? See, a lot of the times we repeat things as a mantra so much that it becomes reality in our mind, and you think that's more possible. You believe that that is more possible than the opposite. That you know how we are. You know how black people are. You know how things are. See, we say that so much that it's become reality. And what happens is we then will go about the work of making sure we justify our beliefs. That's what it's always about. It's always justifying our beliefs. Not that it is true, not that what you saw is real, that you always, in our mind, it's a human experience, brothers and sisters. I know this may hurt some feelings, to justify what you believe. You'll see things that are not there in order to justify what you believe. See, there are people who believe in the Virgin Mary, and there are Muslims on this broadcast who don't like that, you know, not in the way this, and I mean, the Catholic Church believes it. And so, are you to say that somebody who say they saw the Virgin Mary in a waffle, you say they're crazy? They're spook teachers. But you said you saw a spaceship in the sky, did you not? And they call you crazy too. See, brothers and sisters, belief is a very powerful thing. What you believe, you will find, and you will sometimes even manufacture information in order to fit what you say you believe. Well, I'm going to back away from that because that may be a little too deep for some. But here's the thing. What do you believe about money? What do you believe about finances? What do you believe about wealth? What do you believe about business? See, those beliefs also have a cause-effect component to it as well. That whatever you believe about business, about money, about finances, and your abilities to either do those things or not do those things, you will actually put forth the actions and activities in order to justify what you believe about those things. On a previous broadcast, we talked about the financial thermostat. What's your financial thermostat set to? See, justice or else with 10, 10, 15, it's going to work in that we're changing our mindset, the way we look at things. We're intentionally saying, let's engage our own people who have business. Brothers and sisters, it's one thing to say we're going to boycott one business and not spend our money with them, but it's another thing to have the mindset to say, wait a minute, well, if we're not going to shop with them, who are we going to shop with? And let me go ahead and have a little store for those items, those goods, those services that people still need, that if they're not getting it from them, I'll get it at a wholesale rate, have a nice little store, you come in and get it cut rate, you're not looking to rob the people, just something a little bit above cost. And I'm telling you, it's the Walmart philosophy. You know, their business model is very sound, in that they will not go over a certain percentage of the actual value of the product. So if they got it at a certain rate, they don't go over a certain percentage threshold because they don't think that's good business. It's not being business savvy or friendly to the consumer. That's why they call themselves a low price leader. You know, because they don't mind if they make 2 cents off of that product. They'll just sell 100 million products at 2 cents a piece, and it'll go in a day or two. And they'll just get more stock in and keep doing it over and over and over again. So it's about volume, brothers and sisters. It's not about the price of the product so much. That's critical, that you're not upside down in your pricing structure. but think volume. How can I move more of these units for the people and make it easy for them to get to it, make it economical for them, right? But also make sure that the value is representative of what people expect to pay for a product. Because you can price a product so low that nobody wants it. See, there's psychology to this, brothers and sisters. And the only way we're going to get this is we study, we learn, we get mentors, we get coaches, we get on conference calls, we pay for our coaching, we pay for the mentoring, we do these things, we get the resources, we follow the instructions. You can do these things, but it all starts with belief. What do you believe up here? So, Brother Daryl, I'm thankful that you went into the, some of the things you went through to believe. See, I tell you, it is an erroneous belief. Sometimes people think, and I'm battling that, excuse me, with that mindset. And a lot of people, I put this on Facebook recently. I don't do it for the likes. I do it for the authenticity. This is who I am. And what I say, I mean. And I don't mix my words. I'm not saying it because I want people to think I'm hot, like me, or, ooh, Brother Rodney, he's so cool. I'm not doing it for no sister to think I'm cool, or, ooh, I think I like him. None of that. It don't even matter to me like that. But I do it because this is authentically who I am. If I said it, that's what I said. And if it's something that needs to be corrected, I can definitely be corrected because I love that being corrected. I love it because I like being on the right side of things. I like it when I learn something new and go, ooh, I didn't know that. Okay, I was all wrong on that. And then now I can be right the next time. See, it gives me more opportunity to be right about something. And so I'm not running away from correction. But the thing is this, brothers and sisters, don't wait for somebody to pull out of you what's already in you. Don't wait for somebody to do for you what you already do for yourself. That's mystery God teaches. Even if we put it on a future husband or wife, put it on our current husband or wife, well, I need you to bring it out of me. You be like, if you even identify that it needs to be brought out there, and there you go right there. Then you take the steps, you do the work, because here's the problem with that thinking, that if somebody else got to bring it out of you all the time, if somebody else has got to do the work for you, that means you didn't do the work yourself. And then when there's no longer a God besides Allah, you'll return back to your previous habits and behavior, and then what? Wait for somebody else to come along to do for you what you rightfully could have done for yourself. If you don't love you, I surely can't love you. And if you don't love you, I know darn well you don't love me. So, brothers and sisters, as a coach, my job is not to tell you what to do. My job is to show you what you already got the capability to do for yourself. I just turn the light on. It's your job to say, let me keep the lights on by paying the bill, and then go ahead and look around the room once the lights are on. But I don't do nothing else as a coach. I don't tell people what to do. I don't walk you through every single step of your life, nor do I do it for you. But I will absolutely help you find the light switch, and then give you the reasons why you can flick the light switch and how to keep the lights on and what benefits you'll get from keeping the lights on and taking the actions. So, Brother Daryl, thank you so much. I know we're right at that time, too. I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure I get something in there because you really started that off. And, brothers and sisters, this may be a little different than you might be used to in terms of coaching calls and whatnot. See, Black Wealth Empowerment, we also deal with the mind. See, we give you actually nuts and bolts strategies in the private exclusive Facebook group. And we'll also do that on broadcast. But we understand that it all starts and ends up here. It's a mindset. Wealthy people have a mindset and they have habits, right, that they do consistently. Brother Daryl said there are a few things that people will do for 52 weeks straight, or just 52 weeks just in consistency. Even if you have to skip a week here and there, you still get back on there. You might have to skip a week on your workout program, but that don't mean you're done with the workout. You say, no, I had to skip a week because maybe I got sick, maybe I got injured. But you recoup, you get back on there, and you get back at it, and so that's what it's about. It's about becoming habitually consistent in right doing. So if the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said, and he did say that justice is a system of fair dealing, then we want to do that. Be fair to ourselves. Deal fairly with yourself and say, you know what, being fair to myself, being just to myself is that I eat right, I think right, I do right, I constantly seek new information to help me do it even better. And I also try to encourage and inspire others to take their lives to a new level if they so feel the need to or the desire to. So, Brother Daryl, thank you for this platform again. Thank you for even finding new platforms. We're gonna turn that new platform up, brother. We're gonna turn that Periscope all the way up. You didn't fire something up. I was like, oh yeah, I already see something major about to go down in the speaking coaching game. And so we got something happening after 1010. God willing, we're going to start a coaching program, and I'll launch it here first and let our members be the first ones to be able to take advantage of it. Brother Daryl, we're gonna do some very powerful things, and I got some things that Brother Daryl's going to show with you all. Some intricacies that you need to have in play in order to be the best possible speaker, trainer, mentor possible. Brother Daryl's been doing it for a long time. I've been doing it for a while as well, and we have a wealth of information we want to share with you. And so I'll say this, and Brother Daryl went with Les Brown. I'm gonna quote my brother Les Brown when he said, "Die empty." Don't die with your gifts in you. Die empty. Put it all on the table, brothers and sisters. Go after it. Go for what you know. Let it, just give it all up. In church we say, give it all to the Lord. Lay it all on the altar. There's mathematics in that. I mean, you might not be in church right now. You can say, I ain't in no religion. That's fine. I got it. But there's some principles, some mathematical principles that are sound in this stuff. And so leave it on the altar. Just put it all on the table. In the hood, you say that, man, put something on that. Put something on that, right? And so that's what you want to do. You want to give it everything you got. This is the only life we have, brothers and sisters. Don't leave nothing on the table. Go for it now. Do it. Last time we had a broadcast, I challenged everybody to do some things. I hope everybody did it. So today's challenge, this week's challenge is this, Brother Daryl. I want everybody that watches this broadcast to go into the private exclusive Facebook group and post that one thing. See, you're supposed to do this before you all. That's the first key to success, is following instructions. You got to know how to follow instructions. That's the first key. That's why I tell my students that all the time. The reason why most people fail because they don't know how to follow instructions. Well, those of us who are in the Nation of Islam, we definitely shouldn't have a problem with that. Follow instructions. I'm not telling you to do anything that's against your religion, right? And so you want to do that and do it. I'm giving you these strategies because I want to see you grow and develop, but you have to want it yourself. I can't, like Esther Hicks said, I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself, all right? So this week's challenge is this: post in the Facebook group that one thing you did totally different than you have done all the previous weeks of your life. That one thing you've done, you say, I've done this different. This is something different that I've done. I've never done this before. I never took this action. I never made these kind of phone calls. I never went to this business or applied at this job, or whatever it is. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I want you to do one thing that's totally different than you've ever done in all the previous weeks of your life. And I want you to post that in a private exclusive Facebook group. And then later on, I want to see if we can find out what the actual results were of taking that new action. Even something that changes your attitude, disposition, your mindset, maybe a little higher on the tone scale. It's something that definitely happened as a result of that. So, Brother Daryl, thank you for this platform, brother, for introducing it to us. Thank you for allowing me as your brother to host. And I got to give props to my Brother Jesse. I know I ain't threw up my brother in a minute because we just been all over the place. Brother Jesse's out there on the divine grind with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I thank our brother for keeping us well informed. He would be here with us, brothers and sisters, but he's on that special detail. And we think a lot that he's on the detail. He's our brother, and he's sharing with us everything. He's not there keeping it to himself. He's not there saying, hey, ooh, look where I am, look at me. You rarely even see him. But one thing you know, he loves each and every one of us. He loves the minister. He loves our people, and we thank a lot for him. And I thank a lot that Brother, Daryl and Brother Jesse just saw enough in their brother to even invite me on to share some things, and then ultimately Brother Daryl asked me to help him host. So thank you, Brother Daryl. Thank you, Sister Brandy, for popping in and breaking my build for a hot second. But, we ain't gonna blame her. We love the MGT no matter what they do. All right. I was just gonna call her husband and say, please don't give her the greetings one day. Something like that. But thank you, Brother Daryl. Thank you all for watching us. I'm going to swing it back over to Brother Daryl. I am Rabi Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. Remember, cultivate the courage to roar. Brother Daryl, back at you.
All right. Thank you. There you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it from the courage coach. Brother says he gave you instructions. All right. So here's the special announcement we have. We're looking for 5 committed members of BWE. Committed. You know what committed looks like? Like us showing up 52 broadcasts committed. We're looking for 5 people, committed members of BWE. You need to contact Sister Brandy, inbox her like right now, okay? You need to inbox her right now, all right? But here's what we need to do. We need 5 committed members to be part of the social media flash mob, all right? We have it on our broadcast, but we need now members of the social media flash mob. And your sole purpose, outside of being a member, is to blow Black Wealth Empowerment up on social media. If you're on Twitter, blow it up on Twitter. If you're on Facebook, blow it up on Facebook. If you're on both, blow it up on throughout the week. All right? Throughout the week. That's what we're going to need for you to do. Is just to go to the channel and share. Go to the channel and share. Tweet while we're on broadcast, like Brother Jesse and them have done with the Twitter army. All right? So 5 committed members to inbox Sister Brandy right now, because we're going to start this week. We're going to start this week. We're going to identify who they are, and we're going to start this week. Social media flash mob. Mobbers. All right? And your sole purpose is to blow up the internet with BWE content. All right? With BWE content. You're going to tweet during the broadcast next week, and you're going to share 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 broadcasts a day to your people. All right? That's what we're going to do. All right? We're moving now, brothers and sisters. After this broadcast, we're moving into action takers. We're dealing only with action takers, all right? Because you have some of those individuals, some people who don't want a whole lot of talking with no action. They don't mind talking, but they want to see action right away. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? That sounds good, Daryl. That sounds good, Rodney. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What programs you have? They have some people like me looking for programs, want programs. So we're doing a disservice to them if we don't offer them programs. So within the next week or two, we're going to launch our Black Wealth Empowerment Mastermind Group. Mastermind Group, hosted by yours truly, myself, and the Courage Coach. And we're going to have guests come on. A mastermind group. Yes, you'll have to pay. Yes, you'll have to pay. All right? So you be on standby, brothers and sisters, because now it's time to take those steps and to invest in your future, to invest in all the areas that's required for you to reach your goal. The faster you can invest, the faster that you can go, the faster you get to your destination. That's only mathematics. All right? That's mathematics. There's nothing spooky about that. That's pure mathematics. All right? So do the assignment that Coach Rodney Assad gave you. 5 committed members who want to be a part of the social media flash mob. Sole purpose is to just blow up. Just blow the social media up with BWE on Sundays and during the week. It doesn't take but about 5 minutes. You're here 2 hours, just tweet. All right, you're here 2 hours, just Facebook post. All right, but inbox Sister Brandy, and I'll get with her this week by Tuesday, and we identify who those persons are, and we'll give you some clear instruction on what your assignment is. Okay. All right, brothers and sisters. The other thing is we want every member to download Periscope. We want every member to download Periscope on your app tonight. All right, on your app tonight. And when you download it, go and post in the private exclusive Facebook group. Say, I've downloaded the Periscope app. And then I need for you to save me in Periscope. Find me, find me in Periscope, follow. Find Coach, follow. All right, there's some things I'm going to do just on Periscope. All right, and we got to stay on the cutting edge. Those of you in network marketing, those of you in sales, those of you entrepreneurs, those of you have products that you can sell beyond your city, you need to be on Periscope. You need to Periscope or scope every day. All right? All right, let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the broadcast. Broadcast number 52. The landmark broadcast number 52. You did it. We did it. 52 broadcasts. This is a brand new launch of BWE. You're going to see, brothers and sisters, we're going to move as fast as we can to roll out some products. All right. Here's a little secret. We're working on a BWE store. BWE store where these products, these information that we shared, the BWE Wisdom Vault, Wealth Vault. All right. We're going to have in there our BWE Mastermind group there. We're going to have my real estate course there. We're going to have Rodney Assad's products there. You can go there and purchase. All right. Go there and purchase. That's what it's about. All right. That's what it's about. It's about you taking action. See, we want for your brother what you want for yourself. See, brother, Rodney and I are not satisfied with us just buying books, us just personally developing. I'm waiting on 2 books to come in right now. One from Anthony Robbins and the 3rd book from Grant Cardone. 3rd book that I got from him in the last month. All right. Brothers and sisters, thank you so very much. You can reach me at darylmuhammad.net. You can reach me at Facebook there. All right. You can go to my Facebook page, Daryl Muhammad fan page there on Facebook. You can reach me in Twitter and Periscope at Daryl Muhammad. Where can I reach you, Coach? We take this thing to another level.
You talking about another level? That's another level. You want to have something fun to watch your brother when he went taking steps to the HNL. That's a whole other so, but brother, you can definitely find me, brothers and sisters, on Twitter at Meet the Goal. You can find me on Facebook as Rodney Assad Muhammad. If you just Google Rodney Assad Muhammad, you'll find everywhere that I'm at. And on Periscope as well is Rodney Assad Muhammad. Look for me just in the world, either way, Rodney Assad Muhammad or Meet the Goal. You'll find me, one of those 2 areas. And so that's Twitter, that's Facebook, that's LinkedIn. We're everywhere, Brother Daryl. And so just do a basic Google search of Rodney Assad Muhammad, and you will find all the places, all my websites, a lot of great content, blogs and everything. And so, Brother Daryl, articles I've written over the years and things like that. So, Brother Daryl, one of the things we want to share with you all is you got to stay relevant, you got to stay active, you got to stay engaged when it talks about social media, because a lot of clutter, a lot of noise, a lot of things vying for people's attention, as Brother Daryl shared with us before. So what makes us stand out? What makes you unique? What makes you so different than everybody else that people want to listen to you? Be special, be engaged, be excited, but the best thing you could be is be courageous. Brother Daryl, thank you so much. Thank each and every one of you for watching the live broadcast, and those of you who watched the replay. Hey, those who watch the replay, we want to hear from you too. Now, don't just watch the replay, soak in all this information, and then you just kind of doing your thing. Go into the private exclusive Facebook group. Chime in on the YouTube channel and let us know what's going on, what you got out of it, what you gleaned, something that stood out for you. All right, share those things. And then invite a neighbor in. Say, hey, neighbor. You see your neighbors, hey, neighbor, you need to get on that Black Wealth Empowerment. Say, Black Wealth, don't worry about the black part. Get the Wealth Empowerment part then. We want you to be a part of this. And so I tell you, because think about it, if you got wealthy neighbors, you probably live in a wealthy neighborhood. Hello, somebody. So, Brother Daryl, thank you so much. Thank each and every one of you. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach, and make sure you join us next broadcast. All right, inshallah, it's next week, whatever it is, just make sure you stay locked in, stay tuned in, and make sure you complete that assignment. One thing is all I'm asking for, one thing. Brother Daryl, back to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. That's where you can reach the coach. You know how to reach me. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, thank you so very much for being here. This is the landmark broadcast number 52. And as always, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, your nation deserves your very best. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum. Peace.